All right, guys, buckle up. We're diving into a country bursting with life and colour. Sri Lanka, the pearl of the Indian Ocean. This isn't just another travel vlog. It's about immersing in a rich, vibrant culture. Ancient ruins swallowed by jungle, beaches that belong on postcards, and food that'll make you want to stay forever. Heart-pumping climbs, serene beaches, and wildlife encounters. Hit that subscribe button and join me. This is Sri Lanka, unfiltered and untamed. Let's do this. First up, we're hitting Sigiriya, also known as Lion's Rock. This isn't just some hill we're climbing. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a 600-foot tall rock fortress. Built by a king, it's a labyrinth of gardens, pools and caves, leading up to the ruins of a palace. As you climb, you're battling the heat and the steps, walking in the footsteps of kings. You'll see incredible frescoes, paintings that have survived centuries, exposed to the elements, yet still vibrant. The real reward? Reaching the top. The view is a 360-degree panorama of the Sri Lankan jungle. It's like the world just opens up, and trust me, the view from the top, worth every drop of sweat. Next, we're ditching the urban jungle for the real deal, Yala National Park. Now, we're talking about one of the best places in the world to see leopards in the wild, not in a zoo, not behind a fence, but roaming free in their natural habitat. This is raw, untamed wilderness, and we're just visitors passing through. We piled into a jeep, bumping along dirt roads, the anticipation building with every turn. The air crackled with the sounds of the jungle, insects buzzing, monkeys chattering, and the distant trumpeting of elephants. It's exhilarating, feeling so small and insignificant in the face of nature's power. And then we saw it, a flash of spots, a blur of movement, and there it was, a leopard lounging on a rock, completely unfazed by our presence. It was majestic, powerful, and for a brief moment, our eyes met. It's a look that sends chills down your spine, a reminder that we share this planet with creatures far wilder than ourselves. But Yala isn't just about leopards. It's a haven for all sorts of incredible wildlife. We saw elephants bathing in watering holes, crocodiles lurking in the shallows, and countless species of birds with feathers brighter than any paint. This is nature at its finest, a reminder of the raw beauty that exists beyond the concrete jungle. All right, guys, picture this. You're in Sri Lanka, right? You've seen the beaches, you've explored the jungle, but now you want a real adventure. That's where Adam's Peak comes in. This isn't just a hike, guys, it's a pilgrimage. People from all walks of life come together to climb this mountain. You start your ascent in the dead of night, the air thick with anticipation. It's tough, it's grueling, but you keep pushing. As you get closer to the summit, the sky begins to lighten. Just as the sun breaks over the horizon, it hits you. The golden rays of sunlight bathe the world below in this ethereal glow, and that's the thing about Adam's Peak. It's more than just a view, it's an experience. Trust me, guys. If you're ever in Sri Lanka, add Adam's Peak to your list. You won't regret it. All right, so we're talking ancient cities, lost civilizations, Indiana Jones vibes. If that gets you pumped, then buckle up, because Polonnaruwa, my friends, is a history lover's dream. This is the heart of ancient Sri Lanka, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Sprawling ruins, giant Buddha statues, incredible temples swallowed by the jungle. It's like stepping into a time machine and traveling back centuries. The Royal Palace, a massive complex that once housed kings and queens. The Galle Vihara, home to 4 colossal Buddha statues. And the Lankatilaka Image House, a testament to ancient Sinhalese architectural genius. Rent a bike, explore the ancient paths, let your imagination run wild. We're diving into the cultural heartland of Sri Lanka. This is about raw history and ancient spirituality. Anuradhapura, the granddaddy of ancient cities. Over 2,500 years of history, it's like a giant open-air museum. Towering stupas, monuments to a bygone era. The Sri Mahabodhi, the oldest documented living tree, grown from the tree where Buddha achieved enlightenment. It's a living, breathing connection to the past. Discover the soul of Sri Lanka in Anuradhapura. All right, picture this. You, a fresh coconut in hand, toes dug into warm, white sand, the Indian Ocean stretching out before you like an endless turquoise dream. That's Mirissa Beach, my friends. This ain't no crowded tourist trap. This is the real deal. The vibe here is pure chill. Days melt away in a haze of sunbathing, swimming, and maybe a little beach volleyball if you're feeling ambitious. But seriously, you come to Mirissa to unwind, to let the rhythm of the waves wash away any stress. And if you're lucky, you might just catch a glimpse of some incredible marine life. Mirissa is one of the best spots in Sri Lanka for whale watching. Imagine seeing these majestic creatures breaching the surface, their massive bodies dwarfing everything else around them. It's a humbling, awe-inspiring experience. So yeah, Mirissa Beach is more than just a pretty place. It's a state of mind, a chance to reconnect with yourself and with nature. Trust me, after a few days here, you'll be walking a little slower, smiling a little wider, and wondering if maybe, just maybe, you can make this your life. Forget your fancy bullet trains and your high-speed rails. This, my friends, is a train journey for the soul. We're talking about the train from Kandy to Yala, a 7-hour adventure through the heart of Sri Lanka's hill country. Now, I know what you're thinking. 7 hours on a train, that's like 3 movies and a nap. But trust me, this ain't your average commute. This is a journey that will stay with you long after you step off the train. Imagine this. You're rattling through rolling hills carpeted in emerald green tea plantations. Misty mountains rise up in the distance. Waterfalls cascade down rocky cliffs, and the air is thick with the scent of pine and fresh earth. It's like stepping into a postcard, a world away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. And the best part, you get to experience it all from the comfort of your train carriage. The wind in your hair, a goofy grin plastered across your face. This is travel at its most pure, most raw, most unforgettable. All right, let's talk about elephants, and I'm not talking about those sad elephants you see chained up in tourist traps. I'm talking about wild elephants, roaming free in their natural habitat. And there's no better place to witness these magnificent creatures than Udawalawe National Park. This place is Elephant Central, home to one of the densest elephant populations in Sri Lanka. We're talking herds of hundreds, just casually going about their day, munching on grass, splashing in watering holes, and generally being awesome. Now, I'm not going to lie, seeing these gentle giants up close, feeling the ground shake beneath their feet, it's an experience that will stay with you forever. It's a powerful reminder of the beauty and the fragility of the natural world. So ditch the zoo, skip the elephant ride, and get yourself to Udawalawe. Trust me, there's nothing quite like seeing these incredible animals living free and wild, exactly as they should be. It's a humbling experience, one that will leave you speechless, but also fired up to protect these creatures in their home. All right, guys, picture this, a temple. Not just any temple, this place is insane, gilded, ornate, like something straight out of Indiana Jones. This is the temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic in Kandy, and it's home to, you guessed it, a tooth. But not just any chomper, this is believed to be a relic of the Buddha himself. I mean, talk about a serious molar, right? People travel from all over the world to catch a glimpse of this thing. You walk in and the energy is palpable, incense burning, monks chanting, the whole deal. It's a full-on sensory overload, but in the best way possible. You can feel the history, the devotion, the centuries of stories soaked into these walls. It makes you want to whisper, you know? Like you're in a library, but instead of books, it's filled with something way bigger than all of us. This isn't just about a tooth, it's about faith, about history, about something bigger than ourselves. And that, my friends, is worth hitting the subscribe button for. Okay, so we're ditching the bustling cities and hopping back in time. We're talking cobblestone streets, colonial architecture, a place where you can practically smell the history. This is Galle Fort, and it's like stepping onto a movie set. Built by the Dutch in the 17th century, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and let me tell you, it's easy to see why. You walk through these ancient walls and it's like the modern world just melts away. You've got these charming cafes, boutique shops, art galleries, all tucked away in these narrow lanes. It's the kind of place where you can wander for hours, get completely lost, and somehow find yourself at the same time. And that's the beauty of Galle Fort. It's a reminder that sometimes the best adventures are the ones we take without a plan. Just get lost, soak it in, and let the city surprise you. All right, guys, buckle up because we're heading north to Jaffna. Now, Jaffna is a whole different vibe from the rest of Sri Lanka. It's got its own distinct culture, history, and even its own language, Tamil. You can feel it the moment you arrive, a different energy, a different pace. We're talking colourful Hindu temples, bustling markets overflowing with spices and strange fruits, a symphony of sights and smells that will hit you like a tuk-tuk on high speed. And the food, oh man, the food. We're talking fiery curries, fresh seafood, all bursting with flavor. This is the real deal. The kind of food that makes you want to lick your plate clean and then order seconds. Jaffna is a reminder that the best travel experiences are the ones that push you outside of your comfort zone. The ones that challenge your senses and leave you wanting more. And trust me, Jaffna will definitely leave you wanting more. All right, guys, listen up. We're talking about food, and not just any food, but Sri Lankan food. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. This isn't your average tourist trap food. This is the real deal. We're talking about dishes passed down through generations, spices that'll blow your mind, and flavors that'll make you want to book a one-way ticket back. This is food that tells a story, food that's an experience. First up, you got to try the rice and curry. It's like the national dish, and for good reason. Imagine fragrant rice piled high, surrounded by an array of curries, each one bursting with flavor. You've got your lentil curries, your coconut sambals, your fiery fish curries. It's a flavor explosion. And don't even get me started on hoppers. These bowl-shaped pancakes are crispy on the edges, soft in the center, and absolutely addictive. You can get them plain with an egg in the middle or filled with sweet or savory goodness. Seriously, try them all. All right, guys, we're trading in the bustling streets and ancient temples for something even more epic. The underwater world of Pigeon Island, just off the coast of Sri Lanka. This place is a snorkeler's paradise. We're talking crystal clear waters, vibrant coral reefs teeming with life, and schools of fish in every color imaginable. It's like diving into a living, breathing aquarium. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of a city guy myself, but even I couldn't resist the allure of Pigeon Island. The moment you dip below the surface, it's like entering another dimension. The silence is broken only by the sound of your own breath and the gentle crackle of the reef. And the marine life. Forget about it. From tiny neon-colored fish to graceful sea turtles, you never know what you're going to encounter. I even saw a reef shark, which, I got to admit, was a little intimidating, but also incredibly cool. All right, guys, get ready to have your minds blown, because we're about to step back in time and explore the incredible Dambulla Cave Temple. This ain't your average temple. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site carved into a massive rock face. We're talking 5 caves filled with over 150 statues of Buddha, intricate murals that cover the ceilings and walls, and a history that dates back over 2,000 years. It's like stepping into a time capsule. Now, you know I love a good adventure, but there's something about places like this that just puts things into perspective. The sheer scale of the place, the artistry, the spirituality, it's humbling, you know, as you wander through the caves. You can't help but feel a sense of awe. The statues of Buddha, some massive, some tiny, all seem to radiate a sense of peace and tranquility. And the murals, they tell stories of Buddha's life, his teachings, and the history of Sri Lanka. All right, so you're loving the food in Sri Lanka. But here's the thing. You don't just want to eat it, you want to own it. You want to walk away from this trip knowing how to whip up a curry that'll blow your friends' minds. That's where cooking classes come in. They're everywhere in Sri Lanka, and trust me, they're an experience. You'll get your hands dirty, learn about the spices, the techniques. You get to eat your creations. Talk about instant gratification. It's not just a cooking class, it's a crash course in Sri Lankan culture, all through the magic of food. Okay, get ready for some serious cuteness overload. Sri Lanka is home to 5 species of sea turtles, and seeing these little guys hatch and make their way to the ocean, man, it's a life-changing experience. There are a bunch of hatcheries along the coast doing amazing work to protect these endangered creatures. They collect the eggs, keep them safe from predators, and then, boom. Witnessing hundreds of tiny turtles scrambling towards the water is something you'll never forget. It's about new beginnings, the circle of life, and the power of conservation efforts. Plus, did I mention how adorable it is? All right, adrenaline junkies, this one's for you. If you're even remotely into surfing, Arugam Bay needs to be on your radar. Seriously, this place is legendary. Picture this, golden sand beaches, palm trees swaying in the breeze, and some of the most consistent waves in the world. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a total beginner, there's a wave here with your name on it, and the vibe, totally laid back, super chill. Spend your days catching waves, your evenings sipping on fresh coconuts, and your nights soaking up the vibrant nightlife. Arugam Bay is where it's at. All right, you guys, picture this. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, wind whipping through your hair, and you look out and it's just nothing. That's world's end, and it's just one small part of what makes Horton Plains National Park so incredible. This place is like stepping into Jurassic Park, but instead of dinosaurs, you've got these crazy-looking trees, waterfalls cascading down sheer cliffs, and mist rolling through the valleys. It's like something out of a movie, and you're right in the middle of it. We're talking about some serious biodiversity here. Think sambar deer, leopards. Yeah, leopards. And tons of endemic birds you won't find anywhere else on the planet. Keep your eyes peeled, people. This place is teeming with life. Horton Plains is all about getting lost in the wilderness, feeling that sense of adventure, and just being blown away by the sheer beauty of it all. Trust me, this is one for the books. Forget your Ubers and Lyfts, guys. If you want to experience Sri Lanka like a local, you gotta hop in a tuk-tuk. These three-wheeled chariots are everywhere, and they are the definition of organized chaos. Imagine weaving through traffic, horns blaring, the wind whipping past you as you zip through bustling streets. It's exhilarating, it's a little terrifying, and it's an experience you won't forget. But it's not just about the thrill, it's about the connection. You chat with the driver, you feel the pulse of the city, and you get a front row seat to the real Sri Lanka. So ditch the rental car, embrace the chaos, and take a tuk-tuk ride. You won't regret it. Just maybe hold on to your hats, all right? All right, plant lovers, this one's for you. Kandy's Botanical Gardens is like stepping into a real-life jungle paradise. Seriously, this place is massive, with over 4,000 different species of plants spread out over 147 acres. We're talking towering palm trees, delicate orchids, vibrant flowers you've never even seen before. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. You can wander through bamboo forests, marvel at giant water lilies, and even spot monkeys swinging through the trees. Take a deep breath and just soak in the peace and tranquility of it all. It's the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. And it's a chance to reconnect with nature in a truly special way. Whether you're a botany buff or just looking for a serene escape, Kandy's Botanical Gardens is a must-see. Trust me, it's a photographer's dream and an experience that will leave you feeling refreshed and inspired. All right, guys, buckle up, but we're ditching the beaches and cityscapes for something truly wild. Sinharaja Forest Reserve. This ain't no walk in the park. This is the real deal. We're talking dense, vibrant rainforest, untouched and teeming with life. Imagine this. You're walking through this tunnel of green sunlight barely breaking through the canopy. The air is thick, humid, alive. You hear the screech of exotic birds, the rustle of leaves, maybe even the distant call of a monkey. It's exhilarating, man, and the biodiversity here, off the charts. We're talking hundreds of endemic species, from tiny insects to massive trees. It's like stepping back in time into a world untouched by the chaos of the outside. So grab your hiking boots, slather on the bug spray, and get ready to explore one of the last remaining rainforests on Earth. Trust me, it's an experience that'll stay with you long after you leave. All right, I know what you're thinking. We just did the whole rainforest thing. Time to chill, right? You read my mind. Bentota Beach is where it's at. Picture this. Pristine golden sand, palm trees swaying in the breeze, the Indian Ocean stretching out before you like an endless turquoise canvas. This is the life, guys. Throw down a towel, kick back, and soak it all in. But Bentota is not just about sunbathing, feeling adventurous. Try your hand at some water sports. Jet skiing, windsurfing, you name it. Or maybe you'd rather hop on a boat and explore the nearby mangroves. It's your call. And when the sun starts to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in a kaleidoscope of colors, find a beachside bar. Grab a drink and let the sound of the waves wash over you. Bentota is all about finding your own pace, your own rhythm. Okay, from the serenity of Bentota, we're switching gears and heading to the bustling streets of Colombo. This city is a trip, man. A vibrant blend of old and new, east meets west, all crammed into one chaotic, exciting package. We're talking colonial-era architecture, standing shoulder to shoulder with sleek, modern skyscrapers. Tuk-tuk zipping through traffic, the air thick with the scent of spices and street food. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. Spend a day getting lost in the maze-like streets of Petta, haggling for souvenirs in the bustling markets. Grab a bite at a street stall, soak up the energy of the city, and when the sun goes down, Colombo really comes alive. Rooftop bars with killer views, live music spilling out onto the streets, a city that knows how to party. Trust me, Colombo will leave you buzzing, just like it did for me. All right, guys, picture this. You're climbing up this, massive rock, right? But it's not just any rock, it's Mihintale. This place is like the birthplace of Buddhism in Sri Lanka. Legend has it this is where King Devanampiyatissa met the monk Mahinda, who, totally changed the game, bringing Buddhism to the island. So you're huffing and puffing, your legs are burning, but you push on. Why? Because the view from the top is supposed to be insane. And let me tell you, it does not disappoint. You're rewarded with this panorama of ancient stupas, crumbling ruins, all surrounded by this lush jungle. It's like stepping back in time, and as you catch your breath, you can't help but feel this sense of peace. You're connected to something bigger than yourself. This history, this spirituality, it's all around you. It's pretty damn powerful. Mihintale is more than just a climb, it's a journey. A journey through history, a journey inwards. It's a must-do in Sri Lanka. Trust me on this one. Okay, so we're switching gears completely, leaving the ancient cities behind and heading up into the hills to Nuwara, Eliya. Imagine this, rolling hills, as far as the eye can see, covered in these vibrant green tea plantations. And the air, man, it's cool, crisp, refreshing. It's like a different world compared to the humidity of the coast. Nuwara, Eliya is like stepping back in time to the days of the British Empire. You've got these colonial era bungalows with their sprawling lawns and rose gardens. It's crazy to think that people used to live like this, and of course you've got to visit a tea factory. Seeing how they take those leaves and transform them into the tea we drink every day. It's fascinating. Plus, you get to try some fresh brewed Ceylon tea, and let me tell you, it doesn't get better than that. Nuwara Eliya is a sensory overload in the best possible way. The sights, the smells, the sounds, it all just comes together to create this unforgettable experience. All right, guys, get ready for this. We're talking about elephants, hundreds of them. At the Pinnawala Elephant Orphanage, you're going to witness something truly special. Imagine this, a river flowing through this lush green valley, and on the banks, a herd of elephants just chilling, bathing, playing. It's like a scene straight out of National Geographic. These elephants, they've all been rescued, orphaned, injured, they've been through a lot, but here, they're safe, they're cared for. And seeing them interact with each other, with the keepers, it's heartwarming, man. Now, I know some people have mixed feelings about places like this, but you've got to understand, these elephants, they wouldn't survive in the wild. This is their home now, and they seem happy, wouldn't you say? Seeing those majestic creatures up close, feeling their power, their grace, it stays with you. It's a reminder of the beauty of nature and the importance of protecting it. All right, we're talking Unawatuna. This place, it's like stepping onto a postcard, but better because you can smell the salty air and feel the sand between your toes. Imagine this, palm trees swaying in the breeze, turquoise water sparkling under the sun, and a beach that just stretches on forever. That's Unawatuna for you. But it's not just about lounging on the sand, although that's definitely a huge part of the appeal. Grab a snorkel and some fins, dive in, and you're suddenly swimming through schools of colourful fish, checking out coral reefs teeming with life. It's like entering a whole other world, hidden just beneath the surface. And the sunsets? Don't even get me started. Picture this, sky exploding in a kaleidoscope of orange, pink and purple as the sun dips below the horizon. You're sitting there, maybe with a drink in hand, just soaking it all in. That's the magic of Unawatuna. It's the kind of place where you can truly unwind, disconnect from the daily grind and just exist in the moment. Trust me, after experiencing the energy of Sri Lanka, this little slice of paradise is exactly what you need. Okay, get ready to have your minds blown because we're heading to Polonnaruwa. This isn't just another historical site. It's like stepping into a time machine and landing smack dab in the middle of ancient Sri Lanka. We're talking sprawling ruins, towering stupas, and intricate carvings that'll make you question how they built this stuff centuries ago. Imagine walking through the remains of palaces and temples, feeling the weight of history all around you. You can practically hear the echoes of kings and queens, monks and merchants all going about their daily lives. It's humbling, to realize that these incredible structures have stood the test of time, witnessing centuries of change and still standing strong. And don't just take my word for it, UNESCO declared this place a World Heritage Site for a reason. They know what's up. It's a testament to the ingenuity, the artistry, and the sheer brilliance of the people who built this place. So if you're even remotely interested in history, archaeology, or just witnessing something truly awe-inspiring, Polonnaruwa needs to be on your Sri Lanka itinerary. So there you have it. 28 mind-blowing experiences in Sri Lanka that'll leave you speechless. From climbing ancient fortresses to exploring hidden temples, from surfing epic waves to chilling with elephants, this country has it all. And the best part? This is just a taste. Sri Lanka is bursting with hidden gems and off-the-beaten-path adventures just waiting to be discovered. So what are you waiting for? Book that ticket, pack your bags, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. If you enjoy this journey through Sri Lanka, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible travel content. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below and stay tuned for more inspiring adventures.